write a bot that helps you with booking appointments. So people will go to your bot to ask for an appointment. The bot will give you some availability windows, and then you will negotiate with the bot to know what's the best slot for both of you. So I'm going to go ahead here and create a new file. I'm going to call it appointment.ts. And I want to show you what I'm working with. I installed these things with Bun. I think it's going to be the same if you were using Node, except for the platform Bun that leverages the Bun runtime. Important thing is Grammy, which is the library I use to control the Telegram bot, which is very cool, and obviously effect. Now we're not gonna need Axios. I can actually move Axios. Not gonna need this, but we're gonna need some kind of platform shim, either with Bun or with Node. I'm gonna import effect from effect, and the first thing actually that we're gonna need is the token to control the bot. It's pretty easy to get one if you go in your Telegram. Let me bring it here. There you go. And you can chat with the bot father and ask for a bot. So we're gonna create a new bot here, and it's gonna ask to give it a name, and we can call it appointment bot. There you go. And then you have it. Then you have to give it a handle name, which has to end with bot. So let's try appointment bot, which probably is already taken. So let's call it appointment 42 bot. There you go. Gives you a token, so you can click it to copy it, and you can just put a new variable there. At this point, we want the bot to answer you with something whenever you greet it. And I can show you what I mean. Like if I go to this bot, I will have a button here that says Avia or start. This is equivalent to writing start, but it obviously doesn't answer you because there's no bot right now. We want something that like answer to this initially and like presents you the functionality of the bot. We're gonna write this in a simple way. The simpler way to write programs with effect, like especially in the experimentation phase, is by using generators. You can write a new program with effect with gen, which accepts a generator here. So it's going to be familiar if you're coming from like imperative style to write the functioning of the bot here. So first thing that we're going to need is to instantiate the bot, which means just creating a new one. Bot equals new bot. I'm going to press enter, which is going to import automatically the bot from Grammy here. And I have the token. So at this point, I have my token, which is instantiated. It doesn't do anything at this point. But before even starting it, I need to configure it. Console.info configure bot, which I can do with a command API. And then I get this auto completion because these are actually literal string types. Start is actually a literal type. This is the reason why it gets suggested, which is exactly the command that like triggers. It's triggered by the button. What do we want the bot to say? I need to express it with a function here that gives me a context. This is the context of the conversation. So I will reply to the command with, hey, let's use interpolation here. Hey, let's get you bot. Cool. At this point, the bot is configured. We can start it. Info starting the bot. And I need to use the start API, which returns a promise that will never resolve. If you look at the return type of program, it's going to be an effect of a promise of void. Like in general, we don't want to return promises from an effect because it's like a promise of a promise, more or less. So it's like or an effect of an effect. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're inside this generator, so we can actually use yield, and then we're gonna declare our promise effect here. Promise accepts promise as an argument, and the reason I need to parentheses here because optionally I get past an abort signal, which I can use to stop whatever like long running computation is going on here. Like obviously I don't need it now, but this gives me an effect of void in this case because it's the return type of this promise. And I'm yielding it here. At the end, I will get an effect of void as a return type. But we already saw that this will never resolve. Actually, it's going to be much better to cast this into a promise of never, which is more accurate. I will get an effect of never. This effect will never end. Um, to run the program, I can just call run main from the Bun runtime. Run appointment bot. It's starting the bot, and now it's blocking here on start, waiting for commands. And here I can say start and say, hey, let's get you booked in. And let me show you like the button again, which is the first thing you get in a chat. So people will press start and they will get greeted. Now we need the bot to ask the user if he wants to book and when it's the availability window. And we're gonna do this next.